It's just Selena.
It's your boy D.
I'm sorry. We're in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
Yo, 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 yo. Anyway, so listen, this is episode number 229 of the Homeroom Smooth podcast. I'm Smooth. I think you already know that though. This episode titled Free Kang. Okay, it's titled Free Kang. Now, why is it titled that? All right, because new information has come out about the I almost called him Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors case. All right. And you know what I'm saying? I brought with me some information from a friendly person on YouTube. Her name is I'm Not a Lawyer, but on TikTok. Okay, on TikTok. Her name is I'm Not a Lawyer, but okay. So if you want to check her out, she does great coverage of all trials, like great coverage. Like I went down a rabbit hole on her page before I got this information out extracted out. So here we go. Let's hear it out.
I'm not a lawyer, but the trial date for the Jonathan Majors assault case has just been set. And I'm going to tell y'all what has been put out so far.
So
and I'm going
the date of the trial for the people that cannot see this, for the podcast listeners, the audio listeners. All right. The trial is in the misdemeanor case is set to start August 3rd. Okay. It's set to start August 3rd.
All what has been put out so far on this case. In case you need a recap, Grace Jabari, who was Jonathan Majors' girlfriend at the time, claims that around midnight on March 25th, 2023, Jonathan broke her finger and lacerated her ear. As a result of those allegations, Jonathan was charged with 6 counts of assault and 3 counts of harassment. Jonathan's side of the story is that Grace is lying. According to his attorney, Priya Chaudhry, video surveillance, credit card footage, body cam footage, and eyewitness testimony that support what he says happened and not her. Now let's get to this Insider.com article in which Priya shared some of the evidence. First up, Priya says that the man who drove Jonathan and Grace around that night is prepared to testify that Jonathan never raised his voice or his hand to Grace while they were in the car, nor when they pulled over and got out of the car. Insider.com reviewed the tapes, and according to them, it appears to substantiate a
So there's video in the car. Okay, there's video in the car. Just to be clear here, there's video in the driver's car that shows that Jonathan Majors did not even do any of the stuff that she alleged he did in the car. All right, so that's one. That's strike one of lying.
Account and shows Majors repeatedly trying to flee from Jabari as she pulls at his coat. Now, after the car fight, Jonathan reportedly gets a hotel room, sends a breakup text, and he turns his phone off. Meanwhile, Grace ends up befriending 3 people.
Hey, he handled that the way that you should, man. You know what? You messing up. You going crazy out here. I got real money on the way. I got real things on the way. So what I want to do is I want to separate myself from the situation. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm done with you. I don't even want to deal with you no more. So he ends it right there. Ends it via breakup text, turns his phone off, goes in a deep meditation, sleep, whatever it is. Anyway, continue.
Who were allegedly witnesses to the fight, and together they all go to the club. Insider.com got to review the footage from that nightclub, and they say throughout 2 hours of footage from multiple cameras, Jabari shows no sign of having an injury to her.
So look, here are the things that she did, okay, while in a nightclub, because she allegedly saying that broke her hand, right? She broke her hand, having a hand injury, whatever, that she couldn't use her hand. Like she had a serious injury because people kept doing this thing online or whatever. And then we're gonna get into another like piece that I want to talk about later about this. Instead, she's shown using her right hand to shuffle through her wallet for a credit card, handle her cell phone, hold a menu, clink champagne glasses with her friends, write and hand a note to the DJ, give what appears to be a fist bump into the air on the dance floor, and finally sign a check. You know what? I want to know, why is she signing a check in a nightclub? Who is she writing a check to? Who is she writing a check to? Like, that's what I want to know. Who is she writing a check to?
Instead, she can be seen doing a number of things that require the use of her right hand. Okay, y'all, the next piece is when Jonathan sends the breakup text at 3 a.m. Grace shows up to his house.
He showed the breakup text at 3 a.m. Okay. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. He sends the breakup text. Then she showed up to his house later. Let's go.
3 minutes later, but of course, he's not there. He's at the hotel. The next time he's seen is about 8 hours later when he arrives home. And when he gets inside, he calls a handyman because one of the bedroom doors is locked from the inside. And when they open the door, Grace, according to Jonathan's lawyer, is half naked and passed out. Quote,
half naked and passed out. Jonathan Majors couldn't even access a room in his own house because this woman then went in there. And y'all finna hear it. Y'all finna hear what she did.
Her right ear was bloody, and that the knuckles of her right middle finger were swollen and bright purple with vomit on the bed and a bottle of sleeping pills nearby. Jonathan.
She tried to kill herself in his bed. Why does this feel like to me? Honestly, I'm finna go full conspiracy theory here. I feel like he was low key set up. Because one, who writes a check in a nightclub? Two, it seemed like she tried to like make something happen in the car. It didn't happen the way that it was supposed to, and he just left. He handled it the way he was supposed to, and then she got on the phone with the people. Yo, he didn't give in. He didn't get violent. I don't know what to do. Go in the room and commit suicide, okay? And rough yourself up and make it look like he did it. You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna ruin his name, it's gonna ruin his reputation, but this also worked.
Calls 911, and police body cam footage, according to Priya, will show that Grace told police she had drunk until the point of throwing up and had taken several sleeping tablets. She allegedly had no idea her ear nor her finger were bruised, bloody, or injured. So look, what we expect to happen in court doesn't always happen in court, and what we don't expect to happen in court usually happens in court. So we will just wait and see what happens on August 3rd when the trial actually starts for this case. Are y'all?
So yeah. So listen, if you want more up-to-date daily coverage, again, tap in with her. Okay. Tap in with her. Her name is I'm Not a Lawyer, but okay, for up-to-date coverage on TikTok. Okay. I'm Not a Lawyer, but on TikTok. All right. So with that being said, I genuinely, as I believed before, and I'll say it now, I personally don't feel like he did it. Personally, I don't. And I wanna kind of combat this narrative that this dude was pushing on Twitter. Like, okay, we need to just believe victims. No, we do not. We don't need to believe either party. Okay, till stuff starts coming out in court, we don't need to believe either party. I wasn't like, yo, Jonathan Majors did this. I was more like, I mean, it could have happened. Like that's where I was at. It could have happened. And that's where people need to start leaving stuff. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of people always jumping to immediate conclusions. I've had it happen to me. People feel like they want people to just jump on somebody's side till the moment it happens to you. And then you're like, please, people, please believe me. Please don't believe that this negative thing that this person is saying actually happened the way that they're saying it happened. That's what I'm praying. And I really feel like people need to understand that everything is all good. It's all good blaming somebody else. It's all good running this crusade till it happens to you, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not what happened. Believe me. And people tell you no, we have to believe that other person no matter what. That's ridiculous. And we're talking about strength because the guy tried to bring up this argument of, oh, well, what if it was your mom? What if it was your sister, your brother, whatever? I'm like, listen, if it's a family member, I have a bias. Of course, of course, of course. I'm gonna cape for them. Of course, they're my family. They're people that I love. But when you're talking about, okay, random strangers that I don't know Jonathan Majors. I don't. I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I have to. I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I can't. but I can't allegedly to society. I need to crucify him. I need to believe that woman. Even though, which is crazy, she walked back her statement. She said, "You know what? No, that's not what happened. That was a mistake. It shouldn't. That shouldn't have went down like that." Because they're literally taking this woman's, like, the testimony that they got from her. Okay, the account that they got from her was she was hung over and coming off of, like, she was clearly still intoxicated and coming off of sleeping pills, like almost ODing on sleeping pills. Like, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. And you're like, yo, we need to believe this person. Like, what? What? They were look, if you can't listen, if you can't do something as simple as consent to sex while you're drunk, there's no way I can believe you on a whole nother account of whatever happened. Okay. Like, I can't just go, yo, this is what happened to you. Like, and you're being factual when you don't even remember it because you're drunk. You were drunk. You don't even remember it. You were drunk. You can't even attest to what happened because you don't even know what happened. Now, in that scenario, I'm not saying like, oh, because somebody's drunk, like we can't believe them. Like, let me be very careful. Let me clean this up because that sounds a bit crazy. In hindsight, that sounds a bit crazy. When you're drinking, right? When you're drinking and you're we're talking about the next day here. We're talking about the next day. All right, the next day, or really like in the next couple hours, people wake you up and you're trying to explain to them. And what's crazy about it is Jonathan Majors called the police, and the police got his account and were like, "Nah, we don't believe you." Like and they immediately arrest. But again, due to New York's laws, they had no discretion in how they pursued this. The law made them do this to him, to charge him and all that. By law, they had to. That doesn't mean it was factual. That doesn't mean what actually happened. But I again, to clean up what I was saying, you can believe them, but you have to take into account the circumstances in which they are giving you said information. It is better as if you gave that information, you gave that account, and then let's come back to you when you're sober. Let's come back to you when you're sober, and like, do you still have the same recollection now that you're sober, and now you can think with a straight mind? Because she's still clearly probably intoxicated because she threw up from, and she had the sleeping pills. Like, you don't just in hours magically go, "Oh, I'm fine." That's not how that happens. That's not how that works. Like, she needed to, you know what I'm saying, to come down from all the stuff that she was on to actually be able to give a clear, concise account of what happened. And she clearly, by that evidence, was out in the club kicking it. Like, and I've seen the video footage. Like, and this is why I have the the position I do have. I seen the video footage with my own eyes, and her hand didn't look injured. She didn't look like, oh, my hand's broke, my hand's injured, blah 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 blah. Like, people like, oh, if I had that happen to me, I could still go to the club. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Your ear, your ears bleeding, your hands busted, like purple. Okay, your knuckles are busted. Okay, you got a bruise, a severe bruise on your. I'm not going to the club that night. I'm not doing it. And then you're going out there to the club and you don't have ice on your hand. You don't have your hand wrapped. You don't have a glove on your hand. You don't have nothing. You're just naked, and your hand just naked. It just exposed. What? Like, really? Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. Like, there has to be a bit of caution, because this is the same thing that happened with Amber Heard, like in other scenarios, but particularly hers. And now we have this other one where you have to take what people are saying with caution. Okay, don't jump out the window and start just believing people and the stuff that they're saying that happened when they could be lying. Okay, people lie about less. Okay, Like let's be 100% honest here. People lie about less. We know it. We know it. When's the last, like, think about it. You think about it. When's the last time you lied? And was it even important? Was it even an important lie? Was it even a big lie? Like if you lied for that scenario, for that no reason scenario, right? Because it was advantageous to you, what makes you think you wouldn't like lie about something else? Like, and everybody knows that people lie, human beings lie, and as long as there's that factor that everyone is just a little bit untrustworthy, I think that we should like really, 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 really think about how we approach things and how we go about doing things. And as a society, the place that we're at, in closing, in society, the place that we're not in a good place. Okay, we're not in a good place. This is not good. This is not good. Where we can constantly and consistently keep crucifying people that may have not done anything. That's scary. People losing their jobs, their livelihoods, and everything else over a maybe. Maybe did it. We're not talking about you got caught in 4K. We're not talking about like R. Kelly. You got caught in 4K. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, like I'm trying to think of somebody else like that was caught in 4K. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the name? What's the name of that dude? I forget his name, but he punched his girlfriend in the elevator. All right. That was caught, he was caught in 4K doing it. Like I seen the punch. I seen it was him. I can see it verified with my own two eyes. Unless you're getting firsthand information, firsthand account, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't jump to conclusions. Now, again, if this is like your family member or whatever, sure, fine, do whatever you want, believe whoever you want, because you're allowed to have your bias. You love them, you love them, you have feelings toward them, you have history with them. It's not outlandish, but everybody else, everything else, we really need to start like reflect. We need to reflect on ourselves and really ask ourselves: is this where we want society to be? Do we constantly want to keep playing this cat and mouse game over and over again with whether or not people are guilty and literally wrecking people and destroying people's whole livelihoods? Anyway, that's my time. Hope y'all have a good one. I'm out of here.